Welcome back to my channel Rare Coin World. Today we are talking about a coin that millions of Americans used every day without realizing that a few hidden varieties from this year can completely change your expectations. The 1965 Liberty Washington quarter may seem like an ordinary pocket coin, but certain rare pieces from this year have shocked collectors. And if you have the right one, it might turn the tables for you. So stick around until the end because the value of your coin depends on details most people never check. And at the end, I will tell you how you can find out its true price. 1965 was one of the most dramatic turning points in American coinage history. The United States Mint was facing a nationwide coin shortage. People were hoarding silver coins because the price of silver was rising. The economy was growing fast. Vending machines were expanding. And businesses were demanding huge quantities of quarters. But because silver value was higher than the face value of the coin, the mint could no longer afford to make 90% silver quarters. To solve this crisis, the Coinage Act of 1965 was passed, ending more than 170 years of silver circulating coinage. For the first time since the birth of the nation, quarters were no longer struck in silver. Instead, the 1965 Washington quarter introduced the brand new copper-nickel clad composition. This major change makes the 1965 quarter historically important and deeply interesting for collectors, but during this transition, mistakes happened. A small number of 1965 quarters were accidentally struck on leftover 90% silver planchets from 1964. These rare pieces are the hidden treasure of the entire year. The mint was producing millions of coins quickly, and the combination of old silver blanks mixed with new copper-nickel blanks created extremely valuable errors. Collectors today hunt for these silver 1965 quarters because they can sell for hundreds and even thousands of dollars depending on condition. Even the regular copper-nickel 1965 quarters have a strong collector market because the first year of a new composition always attracts attention. These coins mark the beginning of modern clad coinage in the United States. Many people preserved 1,965 quarters as souvenirs of the change, which is why high-grade pieces still appear in collections. But only a small number have survived with sharp details, full luster, and clean fields. Those are the coins that perform extremely well on eBay and online auctions. Collectors especially look for strong strikes, attractive surfaces, and the original mint shine. When a 1965 quarter shows crisp hair details on Washington's portrait and clear eagle feathers on the reverse, it becomes highly desirable. Quality makes a huge difference in modern clad coins because they tend to wear quickly in circulation. Today's story begins with a coin that millions of people overlook every single day. Yet a rare version of it has already changed the fate of many collectors. The 1977 Liberty Washington quarter may look like a simple pocket coin, but hidden inside this particular year are errors and high-grade examples that can surprise you. And just like I always say, if you have this coin, it might turn the tables for you. So stay with the video till the end to understand the real value and how you can sell it. At the end, just comment your coins details in the comment box and I will personally tell you its price and complete selling procedure. The year 1977 came at a time when the United States Mint was fully settled into the copper nickel-clad coinage that began after the end of silver circulation. By this time, people had already adjusted to the new sound and appearance of quarters. The mint was operating at high speed, supplying coins for a growing economy, and millions of these quarters entered circulation instantly. But even in such massive production years, certain coins emerged with characteristics that collectors now chase aggressively. The 1977 quarter is interesting because the design is sharp, the strike quality varies widely, and circulation happens quickly. That means high-grade pieces with full mint luster are extremely hard to find today. Quarters from this era were used so heavily that finding one with clean surfaces, strong portrait details, and brilliant shine is like discovering something preserved against all odds. This is why well-preserved examples bring strong results on eBay and other platforms. Collectors especially look for Coins where Washington's hair curls are fully visible and the eagle on the reverse has clear wings and feather definition. These details tell you the strike is strong. Most coins circulated for decades and lost these features, so the few that survived with their original beauty stand out immediately. These premium quality pieces typically bring competition in online auctions because collectors, specializing in modern quarters, know how rare untouched specimens are beyond condition. The 1977 quarter carries its own historical weight. The mint was expanding production, adjusting machinery, and transitioning toward a more efficient system. Machine adjustments sometimes created light variances in strikes, die wear, and pressure differences. These differences led to minor varieties that collectors still study today. Even slight characteristics such as die erosion or deeper impressions attract attention among specialists. Another layer of interest comes from the simple fact that the 1970s era of quarters represents some of the most heavily circulated coins in American history. People carried more cash, vending machines used quarters constantly, payphones depended on them, laundromats relied on them, and gaming arcades. Today's video brings one of the most overlooked yet powerful treasures hiding in plain sight inside old drawers, forgotten jars, and inherited collections. The 1979 Liberty Washington $quarter may look like an ordinary coin, but there are rare varieties and high-grade examples that have shocked the coin market with surprising values. If you own this coin, it might just turn the tables for you. So stay connected till the end, because its price and how you can sell it will be revealed later. The 1979 quarter carries a story that began decades earlier, rooted in the evolution of American coinage. The Washington Quarter series first debuted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birth anniversary of George Washington. What started as a one-year commemorative design became a permanent fixture of American currency due to its remarkable acceptance among the public. The early quarters were made of 90% silver, but due to rising silver prices and shrinking metal reserves, the U.S. Mint transitioned to a copper-nickel clad composition in 1965. By the time we reached 1979, the quarter had already become a symbol of modern American coinage, reflecting a period of transition from silver to base metals and from vintage design styles to more modern minting technology. The 1979 quarter was struck at 3 major mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint carried subtle differences that would later influence rarity and value. Philadelphia coins had no mint mark. Denver coins carried the letter D. And San Francisco produced the S-mint quarters, including proof strikes for collectors. Even though millions of these coins were produced, their true value today lies not in the basic mintage but in specific varieties, eras, and preserved conditions. During the late 1970s, striking technology was improving, but errors still emerged in small quantities. Misaligned dies, clipped planchets, double strikes, off-center impressions, and weakly struck details are some of the anomalies that collectors pursue with great interest. Sometimes a slight doubling on the motto or the lettering can push a coin into a premium category. Other times, an unusually sharp, high-quality strike can elevate a simple quarter into a high-grade collectible. Because most 1979 quarters entered circulation immediately, only a tiny percentage survived in flawless or near-flawless condition. This makes high-grade MS66, MS67, or premium-proof examples extremely desirable. The history of the Washington quarter also adds depth to the 1979 issue. The portrait of George Washington on the obverse was crafted by sculptor John Flanagan, based on a bust created by French neoclassical sculptor Jean-Antoine Udor. This same portrait design continued for more than 60 years until the State Quarter program arrived in 1999. Therefore, every 1979 quarter represents a piece of long-standing American design tradition. Today's story of the Liberty Washington $quarter 1973 might completely shock you. Many collectors overlook this year, but what they don't realize is that one rare error, or one high-grade piece from 1973 can turn the tables. For you in a way you never expected. After the intro you will understand why this quarter has recently gained massive attention across eBay, online marketplaces, and nationwide auctions. Stick around till the very end for its real market value and how you can sell it. But in the final part of this video you will comment your coin details in the comment box and I will tell you its exact worth and the complete selling procedure. The 1973 Washington quarter comes from a unique period in American coinage history. The United States Mint was fully settled into the copper-nickel clad era, but the early 70s were still producing unpredictable minting results. Machines were being pushed beyond their limits. Dies were being used longer than usual, and quality control standards were struggling to keep up with rising production demands. Because of that, the 1973 quarter carries hidden varieties and minting quirks that collectors chase today, turning an ordinary-looking coin into an unexpected jackpot. The classic design featuring the portrait of George Washington had already become a national symbol by this time. Yet even with such a familiar design, each year carried subtle differences in strike quality, die sharpness, and metal texture. In 1973, many quarters were struck with slightly weaker dies, resulting in soft details around the hair curls, lettering, and eagle feathers. But the coins that escaped this weakness, the ones struck by fresh dies early in the cycle, have become some of the most desirable and highest selling examples today. Collectors pay extremely close attention to the reverse as well. The eagle's wings, tail feathers, and arrows provide key clues about the condition and strike quality. A perfectly struck 1973 quarter with strong luster and no scratches instantly stands out, especially since most of these coins entered heavy circulation and lost their original brilliance decades ago. Finding one today in near mint state from pocket change is incredibly rare, which is exactly why the value has gone up in online markets. Meanwhile, era coins from 1973 have become a hot topic. Off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks across the portrait, doubling on the letters, and even misaligned dies have been spotted. Some of these errors were ignored for years because the 1973 quarter wasn't considered a high-value coin. But once collectors started listing these errors on eBay and the bidding began rising, the real potential of this year became clear. Another reason this quarter has gained popularity is the increasing number of new collectors entering the hobby. They start by searching for earlier clad dates like 1974 Liberty Washington quarter. Dollar can be far more valuable than its face value, and sometimes it appears in pocket change without anyone knowing. What makes this coin so special is not just its age, but the hidden varieties, rare striking flaws, and unexpectedly high-grade survivors that have shocked collectors in auctions. If you have this coin in your home, it might turn the tables for you. So stay connected all the way till the end, because its price and how you can sell it will be revealed later. The fascinating story of the 1974 quarter begins long before the year it was minted. The Washington Quarter series started in 1932 to honor the 200th birth anniversary of George Washington, and due to its instant popularity, the design was continued indefinitely. Sculptor John Flanagan created the portrait of Washington that became one of the most iconic images in American coinage. For decades, this design remained unchanged, becoming a symbol of stability and national identity. By the time 1974 arrived, the quarter had already gone through major transformations in metal composition. The early silver quarters were replaced in 1965 by a copper-nickel clad format due to rising silver prices. This change marked a new era of American coin production, and the 1974 quarter stands right in the heart of this transitional period. In 1974, the United States Mint operated in 3 primary locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia quarters carried no mint mark. Denver quarters featured the letter D, and San Francisco produced proof versions with the S mint mark intended mainly for collectors. Millions were minted, But true rarity did not come from mintage numbers. Instead, it emerged from mistakes, striking quality, and the few coins that survived untouched. The 1974 quarter is known among collectors for several interesting error types, including off-center strikes, doubled dies, clipped planchets, die cracks, and in rare cases, unexpected misalignments. These errors tell the story of a time when minting technology was improving but not perfect, and even small mistakes created accidental treasures. Another layer of value comes from the condition. Because most 1974 quarters went directly into circulation, they experienced heavy wear. Only a very small percentage remained in pristine condition. Coins with sharp details on Washington's hair, clear lettering, full luster, and minimal scratches can reach significantly high grades like MS66 or MS67. These high-grade pieces are extremely difficult to find because everyday handling damages them almost immediately. The few that survived untouched were likely kept away in rolls, collections, or forgotten storage boxes. Such coins now draw the attention of grading services and collectors who pay premium prices for exceptional quality. The historical context of 1974 also contributes to the coin's significance. Today's video begins with a coin that millions of people still have lying unnoticed in drawers and old boxes. Yet a rare version of it has already shocked collectors with its surprising demand. The 1993 Liberty Washington $quarter may look like an ordinary modern coin, but the truth is that certain conditions and error varieties of this year have reached impressive results online. And like I always say, if you have this coin, it might turn the tables for you. So stay with this video till the end to understand its real value and how you can sell it. At the end, just comment the details of your coin in the comment box and I will personally tell you its price and complete selling procedure. The year 1993 stands out in United States mint history because it came during a time of rising modern coin collecting. The mint was producing millions of circulation coins, but collectors were beginning to pay closer attention to strike quality, mint luster, and small varieties. This was the era when the demand for high-grade modern coins quietly began building, and the 1993 quarter became one of the early pieces collectors started searching for in extremely high condition. This coin comes from the tail end of the pre-state quarter era, a period when Washington quarters had a consistent, unchanged design for decades. Because of this, most people spent these coins without a second thought. Quarters were used constantly in vending machines, payphones, parking meters, laundromats, arcades, and everyday transactions. That heavy circulation means that most 1993 quarters today are scratched, dull, and visibly worn. The few that survived with their original brilliance and sharp details instantly stand out. Collectors especially look for coins where Washington's portrait is strong, the hair strands are visible, and the eagle on the reverse shows clear feather definition. High-grade examples are very difficult to find because the minting process of the early 1990s did not always produce perfect strikes. Slight pressure variations, die fatigue, and machinery wear often resulted in coins with weaker details. That is why top-grade pieces are so heavily chased and deliver strong prices in online auctions. Online platforms such as eBay have shown that high-grade 1993 quarters receive far more attention than many people expect. Modern collectors are growing fast, and the quest for the best preserved examples from the 1990s continues to push values upward. Coins in gem condition often attract multiple bidders because they represent the top of the population for this date. Even raw coins with impressive luster and clean surfaces can achieve solid prices if collectors see genuine potential. In addition to condition, error varieties add another layer of excitement for this year. Off-center strikes, broad-struck coins, die cracks, die chips, and misaligned dies have appeared in online